Something new on the channel that you haven't seen before, also from a new location. This is not my permanent studio, but this is beautiful Slovenia, Lake Bled. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's a beautiful location. I'm super impressed with the country and how beautiful it all is, but I'm also super impressed with the phone that we're here to review, which is the Honor Magic 7 Pro. And the 7 Lite as well, I'll be mentioning that, but it's going to be mostly about the 7 Pro. They packed so many features in this and quality is incredible, as you're going to see today. Come with me, let's go.
This is my first impressions video of the absolutely gorgeous Honor Magic 7 Pro, but we need more than just looks on a flagship device, right? I've been using Google, Samsung and Apple devices for a while, so I've been really curious to see what Honor brings to the table. I've heard some great things, but I wanted to experience it myself. So one of the questions that I have is, do they do enough to challenge the more established players? Let's find out. I'm Alex and I do down-to-earth tech videos. The Magic 7 Pro has a massive 6.8-inch OLED display. It supports 1.07 billion colors and gives us 5000 nits peak brightness. The translation, this screen is an absolutely stunner, even in outdoors in bright light. Don't take my word for it, we're gonna see this in action in a moment. The Magic 7 Pro is powered by the Snapdragon 8 Elite and paired with the 12GB of RAM and 512GB of storage, so multitasking, gaming, editing content on your phone, this device won't even flinch. One of the things that I was really impressed by straight away is this battery. I'm not used to this, you know? 5270 mAh battery with 100 watt wired and 80 watt wireless charging to basically keep you going all day long. I know there's a lot of numbers in there and it's early days, but this fast charging alone of 100 watt wired has already been super useful for me. You know, I've been really busy traveling, taking lots of videos, photos, really using this device as I would probably on a very busy day. There was this gap in my trip the other day in between events and attending things and whatever. I didn't have long basically to prepare for my next thing, so I just had maybe 20-30 minutes to leave it plugged in. And while I was getting ready, I left it plugged in and it was more than enough to get me almost to like 100%, which was like, like I said, I'm not used to this stuff. On another very busy day, I was again taking videos, photos, doing a lot. I was getting close to being battery anxious, you know. It got to like 30-35% in the afternoon. Not gonna lie, I was getting worried, but it ended up lasting all day. I will obviously need more time to test the battery, let it bed in as well, make sure that it learns my usage. But to give you an idea, the iPhone in a very similar situation didn't last to 5 p.m. And that was the iPhone 16 Pro. If you watch my reviews of that, you will see that there was one day that I had to top it up 3 times to get that same amount of usage. So yeah, like I said, it's early days, but so far it's really impressive. The design, as you can see, is all about having this premium vibe. I didn't get to use the Honor 6 Pro, but having seen them both now, I can tell it's definitely an improvement, and it certainly feels premium too. For those of you who are Porsche design fans, they have this incredibly looking version too. It takes me back to the kind of the BlackBerry days when they did a Porsche design partnership. Those looked amazing, and this is actually even better. The Magic 7 Pro is a flagship device, of course, but they managed to keep it, you know, fairly slim at this 8.8mm profile. Striking colors like the Lunar Shadow Grey. I think that's my favorite, to be honest. The one I was given to test was the black one, but they've also got this Breeze Blue, which is really nice, and these ultra symmetrical bezels, you know, that just scream attention to detail. But like I said, for a more understated, sleek look, the black version looks pretty cool too. It feels solid at 223 grams, but not unwieldy, you know. Honor has nailed it. For me, you know, having the balance right is very important, especially on a flagship device. It does help with that premium feel that you get when you're holding it. We'll talk about cameras in a moment, but the display deserves its own spotlight. You know, I want to make sure that I mention this here. This 6.8-inch OLED display with a 1 to 120 Hz adaptive refresh rate, you know, means that you're getting this very smooth scrolling on social media when you need it, and very good battery efficiency when you don't need it. And that 5000 nits of peak brightness is not just a number to throw it up there. You can really notice this in action when you use this in direct sunlight. We were very lucky with the launch event. You know, we were taken to Slovenia, very sunny. You know, we had a beautiful weather a couple of days in there. The sun was constantly shining on us, which is great. And looking at this screen in direct sunlight, not once did I have to cover the screen, you know, or squint to read anything. So you could really see this adaptive brightness working really well there. But the display is doing some clever stuff as well with AI. It has Honor AI Eye Comfort display, which is supposed to stimulate natural kind of light to reduce eye strain, which again, perfect for those marathon scrolling sessions. If you know, late at night, just browsing socials or whatever. Who doesn't do that, right? But it's nice to know that there's something in the phone that's helping you, not getting any eye strain. Now with the cameras, this is where things get a little bit more exciting, right? The Magic 7 Pro has a triple camera system, is led by a 200 megapixel telephoto lens with a 100x digital zoom. Yeah, you heard that right, another one of those 100x. I'll definitely need more time with this and perhaps compare with others too, but in good lighting on a decent day, the results can be pretty good. You can definitely see AI being used here as well to help, kind of with that last bit of definition. It does a great job within reason. In some situations, it will struggle like any phone will do. It's also got a 50 megapixel wide angle lens and a 50 megapixel ultra wide lens, making this a pretty versatile camera setup as well. There are two features that I've been enjoying a lot. I mean, it does some crazy stuff in low light as well, which I'll talk about, but one of the features is super macro mode. Having reviewed the Sony Xperia 1 Mark VI, I thought that had pretty much, that's the benchmark for me. Then the iPhone 16 Pro is also pretty good. I didn't think it was as good as the Sony, but I thought the Magic 7 Pro, my first impressions at least, was as good, if not better, than the Xperia 1 Mark VI. I'll put them side by side in my next reviews and do some comparisons in there, but it's looking good for Honor there. And something else that I'm really enjoying right now is the HD Super Burst mode. Seriously, just look at the shots that I captured here. Not only the subject or subjects were moving, everything was moving in this picture, including me. I was walking as I was taking these photos, and I was able to capture these really detailed shots. It's almost like, time stood still and everything froze. There's no blur anywhere, and it doesn't lag when processing this as well. You can take like 20, 30 images very quickly. It's pretty instantaneous, which again, shows the power of Snapdragon being put to good use here. I think this will be so cool for moving subjects, right? Like kids, pets, but also things like sports, cycling, motorsports. Really cool to see that here.
As a content creator, I'm really impressed by the video quality as well. Honor is doing something really nifty here with the sun. I don't know if you can notice this, but the sunburst effect that you see here, yeah, that is very deliberate, and you see this in both video and photos. It's basically being added by software, by AI. I quite like it. I wonder, what you think of this. Let me know.
And the other feature that really caught my eye was this thing called stage mode. It's a mode for low light scenarios like concerts and challenging low light places. But trying this out, I discovered that it's actually going to be great for everyday moments like a darker restaurant or anything like that. And it really works well. You don't need to be in a concert. I tried to achieve the same result with other devices, and you can get close to this using Pro mode and fiddling with white balance settings and shutter speed and whatever. But I love that you can use this mode without having to know about white balance, shutter speed or exposure. It's good to know those things, and sometimes when you've got the time is great. But there will be situations where you just want to do a quick point and shoot, and having that mode is going to be really useful for a lot of people. Now, performance, under the hood, you've got the Snapdragon 8 Elite and Honors. The cooling system is really good in here as well. It's making this phone, on paper at least, a powerhouse. I haven't really gamed a lot on it yet, but it does feel great overall. The apps open instantly, which is what you'd expect, right? And all the AI power features work like magic. See what I did there? And there is a lot of AI features in here, by the way. On paper, as I said, this phone is built for people who care about performance, and I will make sure to really push it in my tests, with some real world scenarios like I always do. So let me know what you would like to see in my next videos when it comes to AI, performance, or anything else that you want to see this phone deliver. Because as ever, I think that, including your questions and your concerns in these videos will make these videos more interesting. Speaking of AI, as I said, the Magic 7 Pro is loaded with them, right? Everywhere you look, there's AI this and AI that, which can become a little bit confusing, and I can understand, why some people are doing this, because it is right now the trend. In 2025, that is to be expected, right? Unless you're Apple and, and your AI really sucks. But anyway, that's not about that today. AI enhanced portrait mode, for example, adds really good depth, clarity to your photos that is really cool to see. And AI super zoom gives you like sharp images even when zoomed in at 100x. As I mentioned earlier though, within reason, right? And here's my favorite, the phone even tracks your eyes. I'm not sure how much AI is being used here, but in some situations it will adjust the display dynamically just based on how you look at the phone. How cool is that? Some of these AI features, can be seen as just a bit of fun or gimmicky by some, but there's a lot in here that can actually be useful, like the AI translation. Not new, we've seen that before, but it's certainly useful to have it. When it comes to the software, the Magic 7 Pro is based on Android 15, of course. It's running Magic OS 9.0. Software feels polished and snappy, with plenty of features to play around with. I love the dragging to the side to kind of opens this dialogue of other options. Is really cool. I will be going a lot deeper like I always do in my review, so stay tuned for that. But one of my favorite here, as I said earlier, is eye tracking. In some pop-ups that appears on the screen, if you hold your gaze at that pop-up for long enough, or maybe a second or two, your eyes will interact with that and open the relevant app, which is really cool. I mean, the first time you use it, you go, oh my gosh, It's very easy to calibrate it as well when you're first setting this up. It takes, I don't know, 30 seconds. And it's one of those features that, it's those wow moments that, that when you go, oh, whoa, this is really cool, which is very rare these days, right? Now, there is one aspect of this Magic 7 series, not just the Pro, but the 7 Lite as well, that Honor has been really focusing on, which is durability. You get the standard stuff like, at this level you expect IP68, IP69 ratings, but Honor goes a bit beyond that and shows how you can use the phone as a chopping board. They do some crazy tests as well with like putting the phone in a dishwasher and then using it straight after just by wiping it quickly. It's going to take a lot to break these devices, but if you like that extra protection as well, their cases are pretty neat too. So far, I'm genuinely impressed with what Honor has done here. The Magic 7 Pro does feel like a proper flagship contender. As someone who's only been using more established brands like Apple, Google, and Samsung and Sony, seeing what Honor is doing here makes me actually excited about the future, It feels to me that they're no longer just a new brand with cool products, but maybe it's just me late to the party here, but just based on these products, it feels like they have matured very quickly. With these incredible cameras, gorgeous display, top tier performance, right? It's definitely going to make the competition sweat a little bit, I think.
And all of this says a lot about how, brands like Honor are catching up, not only catching up, but surpassing more established brands. And I'm really, really impressed. And I hope that continues because, with them coming into Europe and kind of developing that European side of the business, it gets their devices into hands of more people. And I think competition is always going to be good for us consumers.
I can't wait to dig deeper here in my review, so make sure you subscribe for that. But more importantly, let me know too what your thoughts are on the Magic 7 Pro. Just leave that here in the comments, and do you think it has what it takes to rival those bigger brands? And stay tuned, like I said, for my reviews and comparisons, which I'll be dropping soon. Cheers.